Okay, hello and welcome to Big Red Journeys. I'm having a little trouble here. We're at the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. Trying to pull the Sword of Stone. But anyways, okay. Well, we're in for some fun. We're gonna spend the day here, riding some rides, trying some food, and having a good time here. The most magical place on earth. So if you care to follow me on this journey, let's go. And bring people that are stronger so I can get this sword out. And good morning from the Magic Kingdom. This is exciting. Just made it through, had a little bit of a bus ride from the resort. And now, as you can see, I am walking down Main Street. It's so funny because like, it's so familiar, yet so different at the same time. Because I mean, the essence of Main Street is exactly the same, but then it's so different, right? Like, I don't know how best to describe it. As a Disneylander, it's crazy. And of course, probably the biggest difference of all is that beauty right over there, Cinderella's castle. So we got a lot on the docket today. We do have a lightning lane for the day, and we do have our pre-planned reservations. We're pretty much booked for the first few hours. The first one we got is Space Mountain. So we're gonna head over to Tomorrowland, do Space Mountain. We also did get lightning lane individuals for both TRON as well as the 7 Dwarfs mine train. So we're gonna do as much as we can. And just like I did for the previous video of at Hollywood Studios, no real agenda outside of just having a great time, eating some food, riding some rides, watching some shows, and going along on this journey. So let's go. As we enter into Tomorrowland, I am excited. We did, like I said, we got the lightning lane for Space Mountain, but I am most excited for Tomorrowland about one particular aspect. The people mover, the future transportation. Look at that. Oh, I miss people mover so much. But will you bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna be riding it at least 300-400 times. That's unrealistic. At least 3 or 4 times, that's for sure. Got the Monsters Inc. laugh floor. Go inside, it's like a little show attraction. Got monsters, because obviously if you remember from the first Monsters film, they realized that laughter has more energy than screams and cries. So you help them replenish their energy while the monsters tell some jokes. That is cool, I get to see it in person. The rocket ship that's on top of the cool scanner, that little beverage cart right there, was actually screen used, the movie prop, the spaceship from Flight of the Navigator. And the other item that I'm so excited for in Tomorrowland is TRON. So excited to go on that later. Time for Space Mountain. So with this particular Space Mountain, the layout is, you know, the essence of the ride is exactly the same, but it's different because it's not the 2x2 or, you know, the side-by-side of seating. It's a single, like toboggan, like Matterhorn is, right? So, and there's 2 sides, so you can essentially ride it twice, right and the left, and it's a completely different experience each time. Oh, vortexy. That's a cool little simple effect. Just lights on the back and a warped little window. That is really cool. But it definitely doesn't have the same scary essence. Because, you know, like Space Mountain is not scary, but it has that kind of like ominous sound, and you feel like you're, you know, like it just has more of like that negative scariness. Like, what are we getting into? This is more of like, hello, you're a wonderful passenger on our beautiful Star Cruiser type of vibe. I don't know. That's just weird. Oh my goodness. Leaving Space Mountain. That was a ride. That was fun. So again, toboggan style like Matterhorn. It was rockier, shakier, definitely more thrilling. Hurt a little bit more. You definitely get the Matterhorn vibe, feel. My knees hurt a little bit, but it was nice because I actually could stretch out my legs and not have to bend them. And there was more effects, like more lights, like stars and things, and even have like the robot spacewalkers if you look carefully. So there's pros and cons to it. I would say I prefer how the track was definitely more turny, quick, action, blah, blah, blah on this one. But I would prefer sitting side by side. It's just more of a comfortable ride on the body. But yeah. But since we're right here in the main square, let's just absorb the castle real quick for a moment. Beautiful castle, beautiful, beautiful castle. I won't lie. There is something to be said about the presence of the castle being larger. So interesting to see. Like, we're going to go into Adventureland right now. My favorite of all the lands. And it's not as impressive of a sign. Doesn't give the vibes. I don't hear the tribal drums playing like you would when you're about to pass a tiki room and all that. Not going to go just yet, but of course we are going to eat at the Skipper Canteen later. And I believe I am wearing the appropriate jersey outfit for today. The one thing I will say about the Adventureland that's here is that there's a good mix of African, Middle Eastern, Arabian aspect to it. I mean, it's a nice little vibe. It feels like you're kind of like in Morocco or at least North Africa, which is what I like. But I will say their tiki room looks really cool. Got the large pagoda looking building, big old sign. And of course, so excited to go on this ride later. The Jungle Cruise, my favorite of all the Disney rides. And this one is actually even better than our Jungle Cruise because it actually has the temple ruins where you can go into, and it's a little bit longer of a cruise ship. So, yeah, excited. Haunted Mansion East. I will admit that looks cool, but I like the French mansion better. Oh look at the pretty horsey. Look at that.
Wait, that just blinked. Oh my god. That's
Mortals to the haunted mansion. I am your host. Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? The real chills come later. Now, as they say, look alive.
So we are, look at that. The elevator, it's a fake elevator. It's shrinking, but we still haven't even gone through to the ride itself. So this is all for show. Look at that. That is an interesting fact. I did not know that. Did not know that.
May be made at the end of the
That was fun. There was definitely elements about this one that I really liked. I like the stairwells. All the stairs are kind of like that one picture where stairwells go into nowhere essentially. That was really cool. I like the one wallpaper scene with the eyes, and some of them actually moved. Yeah, there was elements about this I really like. And in that stretching room, which is interesting, that the stretching room is not an elevator. It's just a room that stretches vertically. It's a fake elevator. So that was unique. Oh, hi there, mateys. Be seeking adventure and treasure? Well, Pirates of the Caribbean is where it'd be. We're gonna have a lightning lane right over here, so let us check it. Oh, shiver me whiskers. Wrong ride. It's Captain Jack Sparrow. And one thing remains constant, whether the ride is different or not, The smell is the same. There's just the Pirate of the Caribbean water. It's like bay rum. You can put it on as an aftershave. It smells so good. As you can see, the queue is vastly different. It's like we're walking into a Spanish fortress, essentially. And there's even areas of which, like, oh, look at that. They got the Eternal chess game and a little vignette here onto the side. That's pretty cool.
The gentlemen want the rum, don't ya, boys? We want the rum!
I should take this book for some starting with
The ride was shorter. There were many scenes missed. There's no big drop. There is a small drop at the beginning, which can be a good thing at the same time if you just want to do like a quick ride. Because if you're in Pirates of the Caribbean, you have to commit some time, both the waiting as well as the actual ride itself. But then again, it's also nice on a hot day when you just want to sit down, where you get like, you get really stretch out and take a quick moment to relax. So that's, again, a pro and con depending on how you look at it. Let's go! We're on our way. Not as responsive of a go-kart, that's for sure. Tomorrowland Speedway. Off of Autopia, Tomorrowland Speedway. I keep saying Autopia, but we have Autopia. They have Tomorrowland Speedway. Definitely the win. Wholeheartedly goes to Disneyland's Autopia. I prefer having the various routes, the little off-roading you can do. This is just a long figure-8 track, and I was not really, it's not exciting. I mean, a good view of Space Mountain and Tron, but that's about all you get. So since we're right here and it's across the way, I don't have to travel very far. We're gonna get a quick bite to eat at Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe, mainly because I have an old friend that I haven't seen in many years that I need to say hi to. And that is my friend, Sunny. Eclipse. How we doing, Sunny? The old crooner lounge singer, the best one in the whole 10 galaxies. It's a quick service restaurant, burgers, chicken sandwiches, things of that nature. But you get entertained by the old crooner himself, Sunny Eclipse. I miss this boy. I remember him as a kid. I loved sitting over here and watching him play, thinking that was a real guy, you know, real alien. So cool, I love it. Glad to see he still looks just as young as he did back then. I'm gonna cool off a little bit. So we got this Sully slushy. It's blue raspberry, and I don't know what the flavor is of the purple, but you can see why they call it a Sully, because like James P. Sullivan of Monsters Incorporated or Monsters U. So I guess the purple is purple whipped cream. So it's just gonna be a creamy blue raspberry icy. It's a blue raspberry and cream. Very good. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get at least one more of these before the day's over. 5 out of 5. We got the chicken. It's got a spicy aioli on there, which is really nice. It does come with slaw, but I opted to get no slaw. But for $2 more, I upgraded those black truffle Parmesan fries. The same ones we actually got at lunchtime at the hotel the other day. And these are absolutely amazing. So these are already a 5 out of 5. But let's try the chicken sandwich. Heat-wise, 2.5 out of 10. It's a low heat. Enough to wake you up, but that's about it. Chicken sandwich for being deep fried is very juicy, very nice, warm. I enjoy it. It could be a little bit more pumped up in my opinion. If you want to call it a spicy chicken sandwich, make it a spicy chicken sandwich. But again, I know they play for the masses. So 3.5 out of 5. It's still very good. I feel so much better. Got a little reprieve from the heat. Got to cool off, chill off. Not only was there AC playing, but the cool vibes of Sunny Eclipse really cools you down. I got enough food. It's gonna last me till dinner time. We got dinner reservations at the Skipper Canteen. So looking forward to that meal. But in the meantime, we have the Barnstormer, Goofy's Barnstormer. It's the kiddie coaster. The classic kind of closest thing would be is like Gadget's Go Coaster at Disneyland. That's the same equivalency to it, is that this one is in the shape of an airplane, like the great Goofini or whatever his name is. He's an aerial stunt pilot who does not do a very good job. As you can see, we are in the Storybook, what do they call it? Storybook Circus area. This is the equivalent to their Toontown. Based upon the old Casey Jr. train, you got the double Dumbos over there. Same ride, but double the fun. You got Casey Jr.'s little splash and soak pad right there, which sounds actually really good right now, I'm not gonna lie. You got there's the Barnstormer. There's the little kiddie coaster. You got the Fantasyland station for the railway over here. Over there they got the Circus Theater, where they do have some shows and some meet and greets over on the far side. And just because we're next to one, we got also Smellephants on parade. So these are sponsored, presented by Scentsy. So there's different elephants throughout the land here, and you smell them. So this one in particular will probably most likely smell like gumballs or bubble gum, but there's different ones, like that one's like lemonade or lemons. There's a popcorn, there's something like that. You get a little scavenger hunt thingy, solve it, and then you turn it back and they give you like a Scentsy sticker as well too. But we're here at the Barnstormer. Let us go on. So, one and done for me on that one. But now we have the parade. The only time it's showing at 3 o'clock. The parade route starts near Tiana's Bayou Adventure cuts away across your Frontierland, etc. Goes through the circle portion of the hub and then down Main Street. So we're going to go to Main Street area and see what we can find. But absorb walking through the castle at the moment. Look at the wonderful tile mural. Real tile, really done. So nice. This is a nice touch. I like this. Storytelling through the mural. Nice touch. have a feeling, based upon the section that we were at right there in the turn, a couple things. One is maybe they didn't have the performers do some of the things like the swinging motions. None of the performers did that. I don't know if it's for safety purposes, maybe because of how hot it is. They don't want them like overexerting too much energy, or maybe it was just that particular section of where we were at because it was a corner turn and they took extra precautions when taking the turn. Don't know. Never seen the parade before, so I couldn't tell you for sure. But overall, the parade was really nice. It didn't wow me, but the thing is, the Maleficent's dragon, that was cool, and we were able to catch it, see it breathing fire, which was really nice. So because of that, it gets an approval from me. I like it a lot. Look at how pretty that is. This is nice. Wow. They definitely take the queue experience really nicely here. Wait time of 5 minutes. Look at that. How you doing, Ariel? Wow, this is cool. Got even like a little bit of a Pirates of the Caribbean theme feel to it, you know? Wow.
That Ursula. Oh, she's so mean. I'll make you human if you give me your voice, she says. And Ariel gets all flustered and don't know what she's signing. Wait, let me start at the middle. Wait, no,
Where they walk
Past I've been in this too. They weren't kidding when they called me well rich.
She don't say a word. She won't say a word until you say good.
Those all looked at a big cat from Pennsylvania. That's my favorite kind of school. Right? Am I right? Huh? I'm not such a bird brain after all.
And then also right next door, if you want to wait, we could actually meet Ariel herself. It's been fun, you know, seeing the differences of the parks, and then just realizing like the same things and kind of very similar layouts, but here everything is further out, spaced apart. So, which I actually like in certain cases, because you know, if you've ever been through Fantasyland and you get a few group of people down there, it's, you know, like Mardi Gras walking down. It's busy as can be. But with a wide street, like where I'm standing right now in front of Seven Dwarfs minecart, there's a lot of space. So it makes walking a little bit easier because everything is well spaced out. So granted, of course, this park was built 20 years after Disneyland was, but man, it is hot. Oh, you Florida vloggers, I don't know how you guys do it. I can't. That's one of my weaknesses. Heat, dry heat, I can live with. Hot, humid, wet heat, no, can't do it. But anyways, let's try to cool off in some way by riding Seven Dwarfs minecart, because that's what's up next on our to-do list. There's the Dwarfs cottage. And yeah, there's the general queue, and the lightning lane takes you pretty much through the back exit of the ride. Just got off of the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I will admit, it was a fun ride. Short, very short. Well, they are dwarfs, so that makes sense. But it was actually a good ride. It starts off pretty good. I like the aspect of, obviously, you're going through the train, going through the ride, and of course, it's got the wobble within the ride. Obviously, the best part of it is the scene in which you're actually in the mine, the hi-ho, and all that stuff. And I would give it a little bit more of a higher rating personally if it was a little bit longer. It's about 30 seconds too short in my opinion. It's where the ratio of how long you're waiting for the ride and the ride that you get, you know, the expectation, the enjoyment you get out of it, for me it's a little off. Just a little bit, not much, it's almost there. This would be a ride I wouldn't mind having in, you know, California, but I know we don't have the room for it. Too big. Time for a small world. And I know that ride is very, very similar. They just have a difference in the queue. Pretty much we beat them without even riding the ride because our queue is just magnificent. But you know what else is magnificent? The Friars Nook. Yes, indeed, an ode to my Padres. Well, Friar Tuck, but I'm going to call it for my Padres. There you go. The Friars Nook. And there she be. A small world minus the facade. And Peter Pan. I guess no matter what park it's in, still has a huge line. This one at 50 minutes. I mean, the facade is technically on the inside of the ride, but still not the same. Guys, one of the best things happened. We got a big dose of some Disney magic that occurred. So, just got off. I'm gonna put some footage on here. We were able to go into the pilot house of the Liberty Bell. Yes, all the way right over there, right tippy top, right there. That's where we were. I was actually getting the pilot, getting the toot the whistle and everything. And that was so cool. And that was amazing. That was, I don't know if I actually ever rode that before, but I'm gonna call it my first time, and I got to pilot. How amazing is that? And of course, we got to sign the guest book, and got this nifty, they were officially Liberty Bell pilots. So much better, like this is like genuine good quality paper. This is, and look, it's like a real certificate. This is a real memento. That so far is the highlight. That was really cool.
Engine room, ahead 1/4. Sound blast bell. Engine sound off. Give me a depth reading.
So somebody's going to pull it out and they're going to lean out. And I was going to do the same thing coming back, except I forgot the
Port side. That Rivertown we're passing is Frontierland.
So, swears once it close off?
So they haven't announced a closing date yet.
Yeah.
So we have no idea what they're planning.
Yeah.
When they do announce that, we'll have options from what I understand.
Yeah.
I love Indiana Jones out in California and Disneyland.
Yeah. I don't know about here. No. Yeah.
Which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
So you'll like that. So last weekend I took off from our little captain's quarters down here. Similarly on the Mark Twain, there's a captain's quarters.
Yeah.
But there, Walt Disney actually took naps on the couch down there.
There you go. Oh yeah.
So you're steering the boat. Would you like to blow the whistle?
Please.
So I'm going to step through over here. I'm going to actually have you help me. You can probably pull it on your own, but I usually help the guests because I'm not sure if we're
That's fine. Go ahead.
So up here on the right, you're going to see the moose over here.
I see the moose.
That's our halfway point. We used to be like Disneyland has the Columbia and the Mark Twain. We used to have two boats at the same time way back in the day.
Yeah.
This is our halfway whistle. To let them know. So when we get up here, I'm going to hold on here. You're going to hold on there. I'll count down 3, 2, 1. We'll pull down for 6 seconds.
Okay.
Let it go, and then one short one.
One short one. 6 and 1. Got it.
Yeah. And we're recording. Oh, good.
Very good.
All right. Usually on that side, this is going to feel weird.
Okay.
Anyway, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful.
And a huge thank you to Roger. Thank you very much for that experience. Got to bond over the love of Jungle Cruise, the love of Disney. So wonderful. Thank you for the dose of Disney magic. So cool. Wow, it is time for some food at the Skipper Canteen. So excited. I'm properly dressed, so let's go check in. And I heard that this place is completely loaded with everything that a Jungle Cruise fan would love to see. Starting with even just the lobby waiting area, the Jungle Navigation Company. Look, they got like one of the old school fans that just rockets back and forth. Photos of many of the adventures around the world, maps, old flags. Here we have the one of Dr. Albert Falls. So named, the waterfall named after him. Look at this. Wow, look at the theming on here.
Beautiful mess hall.
Mess?
Along with our mess hall, we got some highlights.
I like it.
Sustains.
Yeah.
Now this is our secret room. So any secrets that you have in here, stay in here.
Got it.
Well, yeah, we are doing it today. But also
There's the butterfly booth. So cool.
And a
Wonderful.
couple of our sea serpents, they love to be on TV.
I like it. Wonderful. Jungle Navigation Company Limited, Skipper Canteen. We are in the sea room, as in the secret room. But sea because there's sea monsters and ships and artifacts from around the world. There's obviously the main dining area up at the front when you first come in. And in the two back rooms, this one and the jungle room, which is actually just past that door to my shoulder left. You're right. So this menu is really cool. It's supposed to look like a travel plan, like a folder. You open it up and obviously you got 2 pages worth of delicious food and drinks, and even some drawings like this right here. You got all the Skipper Felix and his passengers. They got, you know, that rhino. You know, they never argue with a rhino because they always get his point in the end. You open up this one. You see? And Skipper Felix's boat that he lost. Never trust him with it. Here is the secret drink, the Legacy Mimosa, which is Uncle Nearest 1884 small batch Tennessee whiskey, Grand Marnier liqueur, Chateau Saint Michel sparkling wine, and Minute Maid orange juice. I am again not a mimosa type of guy. I feel like I need to have a pinky up for this drink. So cheers. That's a good mimosa. As far as mimosas goes. Not bad. Very good. The bubbles, I like the bubbles. It's an interesting take. The orange juice is fresh. There's pulp in the orange juice, which is real nice. Not my cup of tea or my drink. I'll probably get something different next time. But that's a good 4 out of 5. Not a bad drink. And this beautiful concoction is the Enchanted Orange Dream, a non-alcoholic drink. Dole Whip orange blended with vanilla soft serve and served with an orange candied rim. I've heard it tastes like a Dole Whip version of like a 50-50 bar, you know, the creamsicle. So I'm looking forward to this. This looks amazing. A creamsicle. 50-50 bar. It's just like the alcoholic drink, just sans alcohol. Tastes absolutely amazing. Delicious. 5 out of 5. Put a little shot of rum in there and we'll be all set, good to go. Also, got a nice ice cold glass of water, but it was served to us backwards. So it's O2H. It tastes much better that way. There it is, the cheese bread that comes with a little sauce over here. I don't know exactly what that is. Looks absolutely amazing, smells delicious. Let's give these a try. No words are really needed, but this is delicious. It's a cheesy, doughy bread. Very nice. Like, it's almost like jam-packed with cheese on there. It's so good. Oh, needs a little more garlicky, but it's still very good. It's still a delicious treat. 5 out of 5. And there is the tiradito de tuna, which again is kind of like just a poke. You'll get hooked on Skipper Annette's latest catch, the Togarashi spiced tuna, avocado ahi, amarillo broth, lotus root, chips, and corn nuts. That's some good poke. Get some of the avocado slices in here at the bottom. Yeah, it's more like a ceviche poke with the lime juice, that little zestiness to it. Ceviche more than traditional poke with the sauces, or at least Hawaiian poke. That's good. 5 out of 5. So far, we're hitting home runs with all this stuff. Not a moment after we're done eating our appetizer, and guess what? Our entrees come. Quick on the service here. Quick on the service. The only thing quicker than the delivery of our food is the delivery of their jokes, no matter how bad they are. The hearty hard char siu pork, char siu glazed smoked pork chop, served with scallion rice and Marin stir-fried vegetables and some glaze there on the side. It looks like, and it's a good chunk. It's a good thick, at least 3/4 of an inch thick pork chop. That's a good amount of meat. And then it does give a little bit of like a spiced ham taste to it. It really does. It's still a pork chop, but the char does give a little, you gotta like smoky, you gotta like a little spice to it. Nothing spice like hot, but flavor spice. You know, it's got a sweet mesquite barbecue-y heat to it. It's still very good. Very good. Now let's try it with a little extra sauce in here. Everything works very well. Not bad at all. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5. I have a feeling the noodles are gonna be more of what I was interested in, but that's also why we got 2 different entrees so we can try 2 different things. And our second entree item was the Nile Nelly's Noodle Bowl. You see some greens on here, but it's Nile Nelly's. Niles and Niles of rice noodles, stir-fried shrimp, a tamarind sauce, toasted peanuts, and fresh herbs. There's the greens right there. I see the peanuts. And it does actually come with some eggs as well too, so it's an egg fried noodle. It has a little bit of like a pad thai, you know, peanut pad thai kind of vibe to it. Shrimp is delicious. You can also get it as a tofu or chicken as well too. You don't, if you're not a big fan, if you're allergic to shellfish and you prefer chicken, or if you're a vegetarian, get it with tofu. There is, it wasn't listed on the menu, but there are pieces of egg on here too. Good stuff. So this works very well. I'm going to honestly give this, I think I like this better than char siu pork. I'm going to give this a 4.75 out of 5. I like the points. It's not 5. There's something about it that's just keeping it from being a true 5. But it's delicious. Of course, you have to get dessert, right? So we got the malva pudding cake, which is an amarilla cream liqueur, vanilla bean whipped ganache, apricot caramel coulis with vanilla gelato, and it looks absolutely amazing. So let's give it a try. There's little kernels of popcorn on there too. That's good. That's good. It's a 5 out of 5. There's no question about it. This cake is moist. This ganache creamy stuff. The gelato. 5 out of 5 all around. Oh yeah. And you know, we all know that Schweitzer Falls, the backside of water, is the 8th wonder of the world. Well, I found the 9th wonder of the world. The backside of menu. And due to our friends over at the Skipper Canteen, because they loved me and the jersey so much that they ended up getting us a lighting lane to go on to the Jungle Cruise. So excited to do this one. It's a nighttime, so normally I would like to do a daytime, but you know what? I heard the nighttime is just as good. So excited about the temple that we're going to get to go through and see what's the differences here. I know majority of it's the same, but of course it's going to be unique, it's going to be different, and of course it's my favorite ride. So let's get on.
Welcome to the world famous Jungle Cruise, where we are world famous for being famous. Yeah, my name's Bella. I'll be your skipper, tour guide, and biggest regret of the night. This is gonna be great. Now, this is a really great spot for skips to stop on by, take a little nap, but if I'm being honest, I don't see anybody up here. Canoe? No? Okay, canoe? No? Anybody here? Canoe? Can you? No? Okay, that's fine. We'll just keep going. And then up ahead is one of our boulder attractions. Yeah, a lot of people take it for granted. I always try to point it out every trip. Looks like we're headed through the African belt, which holds up the African pants. We got a variety of animals here, some bearded horses, some long-necked horses, some jumpy horses, and then my personal favorite, vintage horses. Now you can tell that they're vintage because they're still in black and white. Anyway, it's the moment you've all been waiting for, the amazing thing.
O2H, 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 O2H.
Why are you guys looking at us like we're crazy? Do you not get it? It's O2H, H2O, the backside of water. Yeah, they get it. Come on, guys. It's a chemistry joke. I make them periodically. Looks like we're on the Mekong River. You can tell by the scary, ominous temple. What do you think? Should we still go in?
Yes.
I think it's a really great idea. But just in case something bad happens, I'm going to need someone to blame. Thanks. You. the best part of any Disney journey, the gift shop. Yeah, you can tell by those monkeys up there that the prices, they're bananas. I mean, did you see that boxing match? Seriously? I wonder who's gonna win. I think one thing we can agree on is that it's gonna be pretty brief.
So Jungle Cruise Disneyland can get pretty busy, but not as busy from what I understand how Walt Disney can. Apparently this is like to the same level as being an e-ticket attraction, which at Disneyland is almost unheard of, right? But I think it's because of the temple scene that it kind of makes it feel that way. And I will admit, that was cool. It's interesting to see things like on the opposite side and then see it there. Jokes are just as good. You got the falls just as good. But yeah, that temple scene is really the piece of resistance to the whole ride. And that was really cool. So got a nice little ride on Aladdin's Magic Carpet ride. Didn't show that, it was a little dark to show, and it was literally like a no wait. We were like, oh, let's just take the opportunity after we got off Jungle Cruise. It was right across the way. Just jumped on board. But we are right now. There's a lot of people lined up for fireworks. As you can see, the whole central hub area around the partner statue, completely full and busy. We're not going to wait for fireworks. I do enjoy a good fireworks show, but fireworks aren't really what we care about. Like even at Disneyland, we don't really watch them. So I'd rather take this opportunity to go on shows, attractions, things that we don't have at Disneyland, and do those. Make like pretty much everything that we can mark off on this day. We don't have to do it on our final day, because we're only going to be here for a few hours on our final day here at Magic Kingdom. So we did a really good job today. We still have to ride TRON. That's probably going to be the very last thing that we do, because we still have our lightning lane for it. But we're going to do a few things, go to Carousel of Progress, probably ride Buzz, TRON, and at that point I think we'll probably have to call it a night here, with a little shopping as well too down Main Street. I'm going to say this right now. We walked from the other side where Adventureland is, right? Walking out this way. Went to just the north tip of Main Street, and now we're in Tomorrowland. A couple minutes walk. Walt Disney World, they got it down when it comes to the traffic. Granted, much larger footprint, wider aisles, rows and all that, but they got it organized. They actually have this row right at the front, right behind, well not, it's like again, on the north side of Main Street. It's pretty wide, and they roped it off, and the whole point, you don't have to go crazy like going all the way up down Main Street. You just cross through, and you're on the other side. Wow, they got it down. I like that. I always love parks at night. They always have a better energy to them. Tomorrowland, no exception, with some extra neons. Red over here to the left where the People Movers is. Astro Orbiter, the launching pad below it. Ah, so nice. The beautiful neons and blues of TRON. We're about to go on her. So excited. Lightcycle run. It just looks so cool. The dome biome that's here. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh my goodness. There's also the test cycles if you should need to make sure that you fit properly in there, as well as a good photo op.
The user should not ride. TRON Lightcycle Run is a thrilling, high-speed roller coaster type ride in the dark.
So then we have to make sure we put lock our items away, everything, and you are allowed to record as long as you have a chest-mounted camera, which I do. So I'm going to put this camera away, and next footage you'll see is the POV.
Initiate in 3, 2, 1. Energy gate captured. Second energy gate. 3. 2. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1. 0. 1.
my God. That ride was amazing. Oh. We were in the front row, and I got some great POV footage. I actually still have my camera mount on, so I'll have some great footage for us for POV. But that was so. And I kind of we had lighting lane to do it earlier in the day, but I was like, you know what? I really rather do it at night because I just hear all these things about nighttime is 10 times better than daytime, and I don't even need to ride the daytime to know that that is the truth. I mean, look how beautiful it looks behind us. It's crazy. That is a must-do on a trip to Walt Disney World. Not even, no question, no ifs, ands, or buts. Must do. Oh, that was so fun. It was a little short of a ride, not gonna lie, a little short. Could have been about another 30 seconds longer and it would have been better. But the initial launch and curves, and yeah, it gets your heart pumping. But now we're gonna go in line one last time for Space Mountain. Get there before the 10 o'clock drop. And I think with that, we'll call it a night here at Magic Kingdom. Fun time on Space Mountain. We were actually the last ones to ride it for the night, officially. The last ones, I'm not joking, I'm not making that up. And so we rode both, we ended up riding both sides today. Earlier was left side Space Mountain. Tonight, the last ride was right side Space Mountain. I will tell you this right now, right side is the way to go. Just like in the Matterhorn, right side at Disneyland, same thing here at Space Mountain, right side. Smoother ride, the track is just, I mean, you still get a pretty good vibration, ride sense, all that good stuff, but right side was definitely the better case. So interesting looking down Main Street. We're just doing a little shopping here, and it's very pretty, very different and interesting. Pretty much end of that store right there, all the way to just right before Casey's Corner over there. It's just one big old shop, that's it. It's literally connect, which I mean is very similar to Disneyland, but they have breaks and throughs, and of course you get Carnation Cafe right there in the middle. No, it's just one ginormous shop from there all the way to there. So interesting. And then on the same side over here for the confectionery, large chocolate and cookies and whatnot stuff's right there. Then you got this store right here that connects all the way over there to the Crystal shop right over there. Then you got the Starbucks over there, and then past the Starbucks is the an ice cream shop. There's the engine company 71, as in 1971 when Walt Disney World opened. Of course, you don't have the lamp or the light of Walt Disney, but of course, Walt is here in spirit, that is for sure. Even though he never saw this park to completion, his ideas and brilliance was actually what created essentially what you see in front of you. But we do have one Disney to thank, and that is Walt's brother, Roy, his older brother, who was really the man behind the curtain because he's the one that kept all the finances in check. Walt was the dream maker, but Roy was the guy who actually made it happen. So thank you, Roy, and you can have his wonderful picture here where you get taken with Minnie and the wonderful castle on Main Street behind them. Good photo. And with that, I think we're gonna call it a day here at the Magic Kingdom for day 2 of our wonderful Orlando Walt Disney World journey. Still many more days to go. Tomorrow will be day 3 in EPCOT. So excited for that one because I'm going to get to see Mexican Donald, get to see the Three Caballeros, the Grand Fiesta Tour, eating and drinking around the world, having some fun, Frozen, all the funness of EPCOT, Guardians. We got Lightning Lane again as well too for that day. We got the Guardians Lightning Lane. So excited for that ride. In for a treat. So if you enjoyed the video for today of our day 2 trip here at the Magic Kingdom, please do me the biggest favor. Like the video, share it with others, let them know about the great content of this journey that we're on. Truly appreciate all the support that you've given me throughout the years. Let's keep the channel growing, keep it going. Also, subscribe to the channel. If you are new here and you haven't done so already, please do so. Let's bring more people on this journey together and have a great time. And then take it one step further and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any journeys on the channel. And also, follow me on social media at BigRedJourneys on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram for even more content. So from me to you, thank you. And then I'll see you on the next journey, which will be day 3 EPCOT. Bye-bye now.